Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Discover a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
Deciding which credit card or loan is right for you is like trying to choose where you want to eat for dinner. Except when you finally get to the restaurant, the menu's riddled with jargon that no average foodie could understand. So at Credit Karma, we keep things simple. We show you personalized recommendations that align with your money goals and help you turn the confusing fine print into terms you can actually understand. And as a cherry on top, we provide a detailed overview for a new card or loan before you apply. That way, we can help you make decisions faster and with more confidence. Download Intuit Credit Karma today to get started.
Kroger Delivery has one mission: to deliver the freshest food right to your door. That's why our drivers are pros. Our trucks are refrigerated. And when it comes to low prices, we always deliver. With $20 off your first order of $75 or more, there's no better time to get in on the action. Mission accomplished. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
I got the post notification about the episode, and even just seeing the title, I went, oh.
And the thing is, I had successfully forgot about it.
Me too, until I saw that fucking title, and I was
I
like,
know. Well, I had to listen to it again and relive every excruciating second of that.
Huffle, 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 huffle.
But I've been posting stuff this week, so I don't know if you've noticed.
On
our on our Facebook. Both our like public
wondered what
page
that was. I got that push notification too. I didn't look yet.
And then being more active on the Patreon too.
Hell yeah. I'm panting.
Okay, calm down.
Bitch, I'll try.
I'm just saying you can,
I know.
Catch a few breaths.
I just took my beta. That was
do some meditation. Welcome today to Fisting Friday, and we are going to sit here and reflect on our thoughts and feelings as we help Meghan's heart calm down. Now, close your eyes with me. Take a deep breath.
I almost started closing my eyes, and I was like, Meghan, you're trying to do...
And then let your mouth vibrate.
Okay, gross. I'm ready. You nasty.
I couldn't think of what it's called, but when you do, I guess it's humming.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that called humming in this context?
I don't know. But in meditation, you like the vibrations of your lips help calm you down. But I don't think it's specifically called humming. I forgot. I haven't meditated in a long time. Looks like you're digging in your pooch.
Hold on. Part of my, the cover for one of my lights fell off. Fuck. Okay, sorry, my bad.
Not only did you have to do stuff with your light, you changed your hair in the process.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. It was down.
No, I put my hair up while it was falling down the first time. I was still here when that happened.
Oh. Missed it.
Welcome to Fisting Friday. Are you ready to get fisting? Hi, how are you? What's new?
I'm good. Is there anything new with me? Absolutely not.
You've been working.
I have been working a lot.
You posted on our Instagram.
I have been putting work in on our socials.
Hustle, grind.
I'm trying to think of other things to do.
For work? Or for
us.
For right now, or do you mean in our careers?
In our, like, with our sister sign LLC.
Good idea. I had another idea for a procedural that could run forever.
Nice.
Is it a totally revolutionary idea? No, because if it was, it couldn't be a procedural.
No, I was about to say no procedurals are revolutionary. And
but does
also,
it have
nothing on TV is new. Everything's a regurgitation. It's just your
take on it?
Yeah, your take on it.
Yeah, but it's just different enough that it's a log line.
Well, can't wait to hear it.
I have a new hyperfixation / comfort creator.
Go.
And it's not Molly Rudder, because I would not call Molly Rudder a comfort creator. I would call her an incredibly stressful person that I binge watch. And she's the one I told you about who like goes on the dates with the guys and is like, she's like in her 30s and she'll go on a date with a guy who's like 22 and then be like, will you do my taxes? Like on the date. Like,
oh yeah.
You were in a stressed state of mind. So I said, don't look into her until you're ready, because you will not be able to stop watching, but it will stress you out. Mm-hmm. So it's not her. It is a TikToker by the name of Blake Silva. And he is a Disney adult. And he does pin trading. Most of the way I will watch his man will upload 10-minute videos. I watch literally the entire thing. And only recently did I start paying attention to the numbers that were like, you know, the stickers of the price tags on the pins that he was buying. The way that you're dropping so much money. He bought like 8 like packs that are $45 each. That is a kind like Disney money. Sure. Do I want to have Disney money as in like my last name is Disney? Totally. But to have amusement park money where you just like go into the official merchandise shops and you drop money, fantastic. Will I ever trade pins? No. No.
Didn't you make bracelets and trade those with a Taylor Swift fan?
First of all, I made them for myself. I did not trade. I know.
That was me making a little jokey joke.
Yeah. No. There's nothing appealing to me personally about trade, because to me it's kind of like gambling. It's like if I have something I like, if it's gambling money, I'm not going to risk getting something I don't like for something else or whatever. And I know you don't have to like follow through with like a trade or whatever, but I don't want to put myself in those situations. And also, why would I buy a mystery box and like there's a chance I hate them all, or I can get the one thing I like? But I'm not a collector person. Like I'm not like someone who like likes whoever was into like a collection, like gotta catch them all or whatever.
I tried to be a collector person because it was cool with like pogs. That was before your time.
The fuck is a pog?
So there are these little discs and like they were like collector's items. They were made of like, they were kind of heavy. And they would have different like characters, and then you could buy like different sets based on like TV shows and like Disney stuff. And people would have like sleeves and sleeves of them and then bring them to school and trade.
Well, so these look like AA chips. They got AA chips for children.
Yes.
That's exactly what they look like.
They do look like AA
They
chips.
look bigger. They don't look like ball markers
thicker
for golf. They're small. Ball markers are smaller. These look like AA chips.
Yeah. And when I say people had sleeves, I mean like they had plastic containers. And like when we would have indoor recess, which you may not be familiar with because you live in California, but sometimes it would be way too cold. And then the boys would whip them out their backpacks and then would go to town. Actually, they would have them at outdoor recess, the nerds, when they weren't, doing physical activities. And it was a thing. And I just was like, why?
Yeah.
What else? I'm trying to think. I would like hear about people having like stamp collections, and I never knew if they were talking about like rubber stamps or like actual stamps for the postal service. Mail
stamps. You know what
coins.
I do? I was going to say, you know what I do understand? People who collect money. Because I go, that is a transferable skill.
It is, but like they won't spend it.
No, but
what's the point of having money if you don't spend it? But I do think
that the value, here's the thing for me, the value of collections or whatever is so ebb and flow. And also like, I swear to God, you can't know if something's going to be valuable. So people are like, start a collection. It's going to be valuable one day. We have no idea until it actually is valuable.
Beanie
if it's
babies.
Going to be. That's what I was thinking of. But at least with money, at the end of the day, it still has that value.
Yeah, that's true. Beanie Babies were actually before Pogs when it initially started. What else? What are some gel pens? That was a thing.
Why would you? They'll dry out. What? Barbies, American Girl. When someone
Barbies.
collected American Girl dolls, I was like, oh, this is a level of wealth I don't understand.
So we had like collectible dolls when I was a child, but like we would look at them and be like,
in the box.
We want to play with them.
Yeah.
So like we've had a plethora of like American Girl, and then there's what's the other Kate Middleton? Not Kate Middleton, but like Middleton dolls.
Oh, I don't know what those are. Are those the babies they sold on like HSN?
I never watched Jason. Yeah, Middleton doll.
Middleton doll.
There are babies, so that they might have sold.
It might be
HSN.
that. I've seen like parodies of it.
Yeah, they are scary looking, but like we had all those things, but then we would just play with them.
Dude, baby dolls are so fucking freaky looking. And my niece is turning 1 in I don't know, I'm making her birthday cake for her. We're doing her party, quote unquote. She's 1. It's just us on Sunday.
You gotta do the smash cake though.
Yeah, exactly. But so one of the things, it was like, okay, she's 1 again. She doesn't know what she wants for her birthday.
You kind of just have to make her have likes and see what she actually gravitates towards.
Exactly. And so I was like asking her mom, I was like, what do you think I should, like, what any ideas for her birthday? And she was like, honestly, just like something that like her brother doesn't have. Like she's got so much like hand-me-down stuff or whatever. So like, you know, I don't like whether like a tea set, like a baby doll thing, like I don't know if she'll be into that. I don't know if he'll also be into that or whatever, but like something that neither of them have at this point, and we'll just like see or whatever. And so we got her a little tea set, and then I was like looking at baby dolls, and I had to stop almost immediately because I said, it is so unsettling for me to keep looking. They're so fucking creepy. $1 million challenge. Someone make a baby doll that doesn't look terrifying. Like every single one of them looked so fucking scary that I just had to stop. Like the faces, like there's just something off.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey, y'all. I'm JJ.
Hey, guys. It's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests who share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a founder of the Go Kid Go network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. Look for The Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
With something like 5 million podcasts, finding a really good one can take a ton of time. So let me recommend one. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in each episode, we discuss topics that can be really helpful, like how to read people better, the psychology of crowds, or fun things like the story of Legos, or why you probably wouldn't be here if it weren't for horses. Something You Should Know is the name of it, wherever you get your podcasts.
My nieces were never like into baby dolls, but the one baby doll that I did buy was KK, Serena Williams.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that like a toddler doll though?
They have so there's 2 versions of them.
Oh.
So there's one that the first iteration of it was like a baby doll. And then like when Olympia got older, there's a second version of it.
Because all the ones I think of have hair.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're right. There's a baby doll.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that one's cute. I need these baby dolls to have like cartoonishly large eyes. There's something, I don't want them to look like humans.
I know. Yeah.
That's not for me.
So that's the only baby doll that I ever bought for. It was just for Aubrielle because Aubrielle is closer to Olympia's age. And the other ones, they like Audrey just skipped to, she was very much into superhero stuff. So she just wanted like DC superhero, and there's a whole collection of those. And she had about 100 of them. And then Amaya she wasn't really into dolls until she got older. So
yeah, we'll see.
They're scary. They are scary.
They're really scary. So she's got a tea set that
tea set
we'll play with. That'll be fun. But yeah, collections are something that like I'm envious of people who have that thing in them where it like scratches the itch in their brain, and like it's because like I love completing things, I love projects, I love those things, but like it just doesn't do it for me.
It didn't until like I got, and I wouldn't even say like I have Barbie dolls, but I wouldn't say like I'm a collector of them. There are people that have displays, but I have 2, and then the set that you got me, so that's 4. Well, the president set has 2 in them, so 3. Yeah, 7.
But you're like not like on a in search of.
No, I'm never in search of. It's just like, oh, that has something to do with me, or that is like monumental. Let me get that. But I'm not out here fighting people. And if I was a child, I would just want to play with them.
Me too. My cousin had a Spice Girls Barbies, and she's like, we have to keep them in a box. We can't play with them. And I remember being like, What's wrong with you, you stupid fucking bitch? I didn't think that because I was like 4, and she was like 4 years older than me. But I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what do you mean you have? Because I was too young for Spice Girls. Like I knew, like I kind of knew about them mostly because like my friends' older sisters would like them. But I remember being like, you have these Barbies with the cutest fucking outfits and the best hair, and you mean to tell me we can't play with them? We have to play with the ones that the hair that you cut and the faces you fucking drew on? Like, you're holding out on me. I was so pissed. Speaking of collections, you know what I saw on Reddit?
What?
And we need to stop throwing around the term collection so loosely because this person said they're a collector. I go, no, I'm so sorry. This is actually consumerism final boss. She collects Aritzia Super Puff jackets, which are like $300 to $500 puffy jackets.
Why?
She has like 15 black ones in different shades, and like literally like searching for this one, searching for this color, searching for this color, trying to find this color, and like my collection will be complete. I'm like, you can't even wear those. And I'm not gonna, not that this is doxing or whatever, it's like a post on Reddit or whatever, but like they like live in the United States, but I think they lived in like the Pacific Northwest. And I was like, okay, yeah, but like you don't need, this is so wild that need so many of them. And objectively, I find puffy jackets to be more utilitarian, less fashion. So like they can be cute
unless you're
for
from New
a puffy
York.
jacket.
Unless you're from New York. We don't want to step on them.
What do you mean?
They love a puffy coat. And,
but because you need it.
Tim's. No, but like that, it's like
you mean okay? Well, that's like
for them.
Well, that can, sometimes that's like cropped, and then you got a cute little pant on. You got that's a whole outfit. It's not in itself that like that's the
I don't want to come for the New Yorkers here.
First of all, I would never come for a New Yorker. We're talking about the Pacific Northwest here, which is actually not the fashion capital of the world. But it was just so wild to me because I'm like, okay, collecting blue marine dresses, I understand. Collecting Poochie scarves, I understand. Like something that is like, there is no like archival Aritzia puffer jacket. Like it's just such an odd thing for me to like wrap my head around. And I was like, I just think you have a bit of a problem. Like, I don't think this is a collection.
People have their things.
Yeah. And if you're buying that much, you're probably doing pretty well for yourself.
Or not. And that's your investment.
Yeah, it was just, and like, but you have to have enough closet space to fit them all. So like, that's impressive.
True.
But yeah, I was just like, this is too fucking much. Aritzia does that to people though. People get like addicted to beige and like taupe.
You used to be addicted to beige.
I was more of a cream ivory, not so much a beige. I've never liked the word beige. I don't like what it does to my mouth. I don't like how it feels in my mouth. It's very like, you can't say beige positive connotation. It's just beige.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Yeah. You gotta go to taupe.
Yeah, a taupe.
An oat.
An ochre. Oh, I'm gonna record a TikTok later today, I think, about Whitney from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which you still haven't watched yet. Mm-mm. This girl just hopped on her TikTok and did a full like undisclosed sponsorship, trying to be like cutesy and like, my favorite scene from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives was like when I was with my mom and sister and we were talking about like, you know, sex education and sex toys, and like, you guys, I really wanted to help y'all out. So if you got a link in my bio, and I was like, man, this is a full on sponsorship that you are not disclosing. Like, that's wild to me. I don't understand that.
Get it together.
I know. If only the FTC actually cared.
Like they do in like the UK. They put people on a list on a website.
Mm-hmm. The UK, well, here's the thing with the UK. The UK said, we are small, but we are goddamn fucking mighty. Yeah. We are getting shit done. Positive and negative. So good with the bad. But yeah, I think that's all I have aside from the fact that I was going to ask you if you watched Rebel Ridge yet with our new hottie that just dropped.
No, I probably won't watch it.
I
don't have Netflix. I told you.
Oh yeah.
Unless when Girls 5 Eva, this is how we started that conversation. Girls 5 Eva, right. Bridgerton. I feel like I have one more show that's on Netflix. And when one of those come back, I might put it in my rotation.
Okay.
And Bridgerton won't be back till next year, so.
Melissa, the way that I'm like getting irate with Bridgerton for the fact that they're just trying to pretend like Queen Charlotte never happened, and like we're just not gonna get any more. Like that's actually fucking crazy to me.
Shonda said when it came out, she said
I need her to revisit the conversation. Like she said it one time, and then we're just supposed to take that as word, as like law. And I go, actually, Shonda, follow up, please follow up. I'm on my hands and knees begging you, follow up. Good God, please. Like I'm not taking no for an answer, and I'm really upset that it seems like everybody else is.
No, everybody else isn't. You're just late.
I know, and this is what happens to me. I have so many feelings, but I resist watching until it's no longer like the hot button topic. And I'm just like really mad about it.
Nicola is like trying to get Maya Rudolph to come
play the queen.
Be the queen's sister.
Oh yeah, she was saying on SNL too. She'd be good on it.
She keeps saying it. Like now she's like she was talking about SNL, but now she's like she needs to be on the show.
Get her to the fucking UK. Yeah. Shonda, call her up. I would kill for that. Like, I think Cho Chang, the actress, Katie Leung, she's got cast, I think, in the new season of Bridgerton.
Yeah, they dropped a whole bunch of people this week. But I guess since we're going to be in a drought for a whole freaking year, Sophie and Benedict have been just having regular photo shoots in their regular clothes.
What?
I'm just like, it's not even in character. They're just
she's pretty.
Yeah, they're just like, here, you thirsty bitches. Here are some photos of them together. And it seems like every week they're dropping more stuff. Because first it was just her. And she was like walking onto like costume. But it's just a rack of stuff. And she's like touching it. And
they're really just fucking teasing us. Yeah. That's such an odd tease.
I know. And then now they've been doing photo shoots and stuff. And I'm like, y'all are really playing this up.
And you know what? I'm happy for them. And I'm not I'm not trying to like compare or whatever or anything, but like, would I be lying if I'm saying that I don't have a wee bit of resentment for Jonathan Bailey every time I see him do something successful in his career and I go, actually, sir, I'm going to need you to dial it back because unfortunately, the second best couple in this entire show, I'm going to need you to be heavily and prominently featured. And I'm going to need both of you. Don't give me any of this shit where she's just there. I actually need both of you. Do not leave my girl hanging.
She's just as busy as he is.
No, I know, but I'm afraid that like they'll do, I don't know what the contracts were because he was bigger on the show before the show started than she was. And if she's going to have like the Daphne treatment, which I don't mind for Daphne. I would mind immensely if we don't get any shots of like him just being like, please let me eat you out constantly.
I think the whole reason that they moved them to India was because they were like, we gotta write them out somehow.
Well, so I don't know if I will be able to watch anymore. Like
yes, you will.
I guess
Benedict.
Like, no, I love Benedict, but
exactly.
I liked Penelope and Colin, and I still like Penelope, but like after Colin season, I go, you are so fucking annoying. And why are you dressed like a pirate? Like, I just like, ugh. So I hope that doesn't happen for Benedict. It won't.
I don't think it will. He has too much charisma.
He has so much charisma. The second they marry Eloise off, I'm so sorry, I'm out. You're going to have to keep that girl single for a long fucking time. But I think
but I think you'll
get
like
someone in this. Yeah,
I think you'll like who the young boy ends up with too.
No, I think. Well, how do you know?
Because Did
you read the book?
I didn't read the books. I read like people posting things on Instagram or TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Not read. I watched, and someone had mentioned who he's with, and I think that's gonna reel you back in.
I believe it. Here's the thing. I can talk as much shit as I want. Shonda Rhimes is always going to catch me hook, line, and sinker every goddamn
and that's
fucking
why I'm not
time.
fighting too hard because no matter how hard I tell you to watch things when they're on, you eventually watch them.
I do.
And then you're obsessed with it after.
Hey, and you know what? I tell you to watch things all the time and you never watch them, and that's also okay.
You know, I watch it. I watched Only Murders in the Building.
When?
What are you talking about? We talk for episodes about it. I watched the whole first season.
Oh, no, but you didn't watch the season with Meryl yet.
No, I'm not going to. I do not enjoy this show.
Yeah, that's the issue. That's because that's the one that I like. I like that storyline more than the first season, exponentially more. But it's hard to, if you don't enjoy it, you have to get through it all. And like, I think the reason why I don't really view it as a bingeable show. Like, we watched it episode by episode or whatever, like easier like that. It's not one that you can watch the whole thing and then be like able to keep kind of going through. Hey everyone, join me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa DeMonts, for Don't Blame Me, But Am I Wrong?
Each week, we deliver 4 fun-filled shows.
In Don't Blame Me, we tackle our listeners' dilemmas with hilariously honest advice.
Then we have But Am I Wrong, which is for the listeners that didn't take our advice. Plus, we share our hot takes on current events.
Then tune in to See You Next Tuesday for our listener poll results from But Am I Wrong?
And finally, wrap up your week with Fisting Friday, where we catch up and talk all things pop culture.
Listen to Don't Blame Me, But Am I Wrong on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Merry Christmas, everybody! My name is Eric Peterson. I'm here with my good buddy,
Danny Jordan.
And we are the hosts of Christmas Countdown Show.
We're so thrilled to be bringing the merriment to you all this holiday season. On Christmas Countdown, we love to count down our top 10 favorite things related to the holiday season. That could be food, movies, music, everything that we all love about this massively merry good time. So wherever you get your podcasts, make sure you click that subscribe button. Eric, are you ready?
I am ready, and we hope that you are too. Merry Christmas, everybody! Let's go!
Do you love Disney? Then you are going to love our hit podcast, Disney Countdown. I'm Megan, the Magical Millennial.
And I'm the Dapper Danielle.
On every episode of our fun and family-friendly show, we count down our top 10 lists of all things Disney. There is nothing we don't cover.
We are famous for rabbit holes, Disney-themed games, and fun facts you didn't know you needed, but you definitely need in your life. So if you're looking for a healthy dose of Disney magic, check out Disney Countdown wherever you get your podcasts.
But there's other non-Shonda shows that I've told you to watch and you don't watch them.
Well, they're on my list. Poker Face is on my list. Girls Five Ever's on my list. Mm-hmm. And Mott's and I, we go through every time we're trying to pick a new show. We go through all the ones in the list that I have that you recommended. And it just so happened though that I really wanted to watch Greek because Greek also gives kind of fall because they're going to school. And it's this is a surprise benefit that I didn't know how much fraternity depictions of an awkward man in a fraternity would give Mott's PTSD flashbacks and make him so visibly uncomfortable that I am really enjoying it now. And also crazy things. This was one question I had asked him because they showed it on screen and I was like, whoa, because I watched Greek before I went to college. Mm-hmm. And so my reference point to college was Greek. And then now I have, I can reference college and I can reference Greek. But they have a scene where they're at a party and there's just a table that has a punch bowl with the punch alcohol out and people just go up and have ladles and cups and pour themselves drinks. And I was like, what? That's crazy. And Mom was like, what do you mean? And I was like, did you have open alcohol like that at parties where just a communal bowl and you just took a ladle and put it into your cup or whatever? Did you have that?
No, we did the Gatorade coolers that athletes have.
Yeah.
Those full things.
So you have to unscrew the top.
Yeah. But then, you just do the little spigot.
Spigot?
Spigot?
I don't know. Because I don't know how it's spelled. And I bet there's some silent letters in there. Spigot. Spigot? I think it's spigot. CK?
I think it's GOT.
Oh, that's a tough time for me.
Yeah.
Spigot.
SPAGOT. But even, going to the white fraternities, everybody. And I think we weren't allowed to have open containers like that. It had to be with a lid on.
Yeah. So that to me is bare minimum. And at my school, we could, you had to make your own drinks. They had to be from you had to open sealed things. There had to be a case of sealed water. And all of the guys had to have their hands behind their back or whatever. And I was asking Monster was like, no. And I was like, wait, did people not get roofied at your school? And he was like, there was never any public case of that I ever heard of. And I was
happened.
No, that's what I told him. And I was like, no, you just, you only actually hear about it when there's another crime that is associated with it. And that's the only time. But it's a small school. So he was like, not that when I was there, there was never any Greek life probation because of that or whatever. And I was like, oh, every fraternity at my school, every single one, to the point where there was one fraternity that it was so extra bad that we wouldn't even drink there. And I got drugged the first night I went out, but not at a frat, at a different party. But it was so crazy that I was like, dang, we used to just be able to roll out with an open wide punch bowl. And I'm like, we couldn't even walk around without our hands covering our cup the whole time. And if you sat it down for 1 second and you tried to drink it, someone would knock it out of your hand and be like, what the fuck are you doing?
I was literally at a frat house and I was drinking water, but it was out of a red Solo cup. And I walked outside to get some air and a police officer started yelling at me. I'm like, it's water. It's literally water. And he was like, well, you need to drink that inside. I said, I need some air.
Water and outside is actually probably exactly what you want in this moment.
And then I would say she was a friend then. She's definitely not a friend now. She's like, I can't believe you said that to the police officer. She's not married to a police officer. So
so she backs the blue and lets the blue rock her back out too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They have last time I checked, 6 kids.
At that point, I would not enjoy having sex.
Were brought into the marriage, and this was This had to be, it would have been like 2017 was the last time I talked to her. 2018-ish. And so it was like, we're not using protection type thing.
Oh, that's so fun.
Exactly what Elon Musk wants.
And you know, if Elon Musk says he wants something, immediately I know I'm not going to give that to him.
Did you see what he said about Taylor?
About Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see what his daughter replied?
Piece of shit.
I was like, you're a fucking freak.
Yeah. Did you see Marlon Wayans talking about how...
His sister? Oh.
No, talking about how, like, pathetic that Elon was and, like, how he needs to be supporting his daughter.
I love that family.
I know.
Fucking love that family. Well, if anyone... what was the one thing in Greek? Oh, I'll tell you offline. There's one... Greek is, like, not supposed to be... Because Monster's like, I can't believe you like this show. It's, like, you know, kind of problematic. And I was like, babe, it's about college kids in a fraternity at a state school. Like, the whole point of it is like to show the growth that they make in college and like how this worldview, like it changes their worldview and all of that. And like, it's subtle because it was on fucking ABC Family.
Mm-hmm. But there were a lot of think pieces that came out at the time about it.
I mean, I just read a review on like The Ringer that was saying that like even after all these years, like Greek remains like the most accurate depiction of like college television, and the best and most accurate depiction of college television ever. And I think that was written before Sex Lives of College Girls, and I haven't seen that, so like I don't know what the difference is. And
Sex Lives of College Girls is more
fantastical.
Ivy League. It's not fantastical. It's just Ivy League.
Yeah,
which is a different vibe.
Well, there was a review from someone who was like, well, no, the most accurate would be Gilmore Girls. And I went, okay, sorry, we didn't all go to Yale, motherfucker. Like, that's like, Yale is not like the college universal experience. Like, you're insane. But the creators of it, I forget what the show that they met on, but they were both like writing. But one of the characters, who's one of my favorites, and I actually met him one of the first times I ever went out in LA when I was in college to like I think we went to like a rodeo bar and a country bar in the Valley or something. And he plays Calvin, and he's like a gay black kid, and he's like an athlete and like all of this kind of stuff. And like in the first season, I don't remember what episode it is, but like he like comes out to like his like best friend there, and it's like a moment, but like it's very sweet. And like one of the creators was a closeted gay guy in his fraternity, and like he based a lot of that around that aspect of it. And I didn't know that it was that the creators, like they kind of base this aspects of on their college experience. But there's one character that is so hyper specific that I go, this definitely was an amalgamation of people you have encountered. And the first time Mats was like, what the fuck? And he was like, this is like so out there. And I go, yeah, it's so out there that you know that they ran into this person at school. Like this person is so fucking out there that like it's probably based on a real experiences, but it's a very good one. And then you also see people who like, you start thinking like the girl is being like, oh my God, like she's so vapid and silly and stupid. And like, it's so full of herself and like, you know, out of touch. And then you're like, oh, and her like poor sweet brother. And then you go, oh, now the brother is surrounded by all of these men and he like is kind of becoming a shittier person. And then like she's growing up and realizing that how she can be a better person. And like it kind of like switches and all of that. And I'm like, yeah, it's very interesting. And I was in love with Cappy. Loved him. And Beaver.
These names.
Yeah, both of them look exactly like their names. And it wasn't a look thing for me. It was all personality. Also because Beaver was like so dumb that I was like, I mean, I couldn't do it, but like, actually I definitely did that in college.
Did what?
I hooked up with a guy in college who was like we couldn't even have a conversation because I was like, what are you saying? Like just, and I'm not a brainiac. I'm not an intellect. I'm not asking for riveting conversation, but it would just be like, what? Anyways, that's all I have.
Well, thanks for sharing.
That's what I'm here for.
You see this stuff going down with ShxtsnGigs podcast? This is a podcast. You
Sorry,
have to talk.
Right. I was doing a slow, disappointed nod.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I saw the one guy who like started chiming in, and then Francesca was like, you made a wildly out of touch, unempathetic take about like the man versus bear situation. And now she's like, now I'm watching other fucking podcast bros capitalize on this behavior when they've participated in this behavior. And I'm like, oh, it's just the circle of life.
Yeah. But apparently, I guess we've just been getting like the best of clips because I've never actually watched the podcast.
Couldn't even tell you what the podcast was called. I only knew it this week.
And apparently they've been saying shit like this the whole time. Like, it's wild. And then today that Andrew Schultz came out with a podcast and like responding to it, who he is a racist and he stands on being a racist. And he revealed that they actually asked for their producer asked for cuts for the podcast, but didn't want that cut out. They were fine with that. So they actually did not mean what they said at all in their little apology, which everybody saw through that dumb apology anyway.
Like, what did they cut then?
I mean, they can't. Well, since they said that they cut it, they're going to honor that.
No, I know. I'm just thinking that if they didn't cut this and they said this is fine, I'm like, so what did you fucking cut that you said actually this is too far?
Yeah. And so I had said a while ago, there were only like 4 men that were allowed to have podcast mics. I said that without listening to their podcast ever, just seeing clips, and I take it back. Now it's still just Joe backyard, basement yard, whatever their name is. But
I would like to remind everyone they're still men. Like, I used to listen. I started listening to their podcast, and a couple things that they said that I was like, I don't. This is, and like it's just one of those things that like I'm, regardless of how quote unquote unproblematic men can be on a scale from the PR perspective of Justin Baldoni to a man with a podcast. At the end of the day,
they're still a man.
They're still a man with a podcast. And so like, if they're going to be talking about subjects that like affect me personally, even with the best take, it's not the vehicle I really want to hear from them in or whatever. So like, they're always going to have those things. So I think some things similar to a meeting that could just be an email, some podcasts could just be a clip.
Yep.
Some men, dare I say most men, should not be allowed to speak in a long form format.
Or they should, so we can actually see who they are.
Totally. But I don't think they should be paid for that.
No, they should not be paid for it.
No.
They should not have 6 million followers. I think it was higher than that. I mean, it has to be because so many people have been unfollowing them, but they still have 6 million followers on their TikTok. And now their comment section has turned into hate by white people. They're like, you can do whatever you want. Don't listen to black women. Like, that's what their comment section. This is now the community that you're fostering. And I bet most of those people weren't even listening to the podcast to begin with. But now that it's in the limelight.
Anytime that they can defend someone for their freedom of speech to be a racist and like a misogynist and just like a total fucking jackass, people will be like, suddenly I'm your biggest fan ever. I've been foaming out the mouth waiting for a moment to say, it's your right to be racist.
And
also, I bet you there's a ton of Americans saying, it's American, it's your freedom of speech. And I go, these men are not American.
No. So, but they were on an American podcast where it came to light.
Yep.
But like I said, apparently they deleted their first 100 episodes. So.
Shut the fuck up. That is like, again, at this point, men should learn about shame, because if I have to do that, I go, this is going to make me look really bad. I'm not going to do it. But unfortunately for men, it doesn't matter that they look like that. If a woman did, they would lose their mind.
So here we are.
Take away their mics. Take them all. Take them all. I'm taking away your gun and I'm taking away your fucking microphone.
So. Wow. All right. That's all we've got for Fisting Friday. I hope you enjoyed being fisted. I hope you enjoyed beginning when I was taking us through a guided meditation. I'm Deepak Chopra.
Guided meditation?
He does.
Oh.
I used to do them. That's how. But it was him and Oprah used to do like these.
Oh, like on Calm?
No, they had their own like joint app. Him and Oprah had one.
Okay,
and she would give like an inspirational speech at the beginning. And
I would love that.
Yeah, and then he would take you through a meditation.
I don't want that one.
I know, but it was like they fit well together because it would be like meditating on what she had just said.
Oh, yeah.
And it was actually pretty good.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Wonder how they're doing. Ago. Maybe they sold it.
I just think they just no longer.
They said, fix your own life, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you enjoyed, and we will fist you later.
Goodbye.
Welcome to the small town of Chinook, where faith runs deep and secrets run deeper. In this new thriller, religion and crime collide when a gruesome murder rocks the isolated Montana community. Everyone is quick to point their fingers at a drug-addicted teenager, but local deputy Ruth Vogel isn't convinced. She suspects connections to a powerful religious group. Enter federal agent V.B. Laureau, who has been investigating a local church for possible criminal activity. The pair form an unlikely partnership to catch the killer, unearthing secrets that leave Ruth torn between her duty to the law, her religious convictions, and her very own family. But something more sinister than murder is afoot, and someone is watching Ruth. Chinook, starring Kelly Marie Tran and Sanaa Lathan. Listen to Chinook wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a co-founder of the Go Kid Go network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. During her journey, Isla meets new friends, including King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table, and learns valuable life lessons with every quest, sword fight, and dragon ride. Positive and uplifting stories remind us all about the importance of kindness, friendship, honesty, and positivity. Join me and an all-star cast of actors including Liam Neeson, Emily Blunt, Kristen Bell, Chris Hemsworth, among many others, in welcoming the Search for the Silver Lining podcast to the Go Kid Go network by listening today. Look for the Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Laura Cathcart-Robbins, and I'm the host and creator of Only One in the Room podcast. Every week, my co-host Scott Slaughter and I invite you to join us for an hour and lose yourself in someone's incredible Only One story. We talk to the realest of real people, dealing with issues like infertility, addiction, human trafficking, and body shaming. Oh, and we want to be fair, so we talk to some celebrities too. Oscar winners, New York Times bestselling authors, supermodels, and even the most decorated U.S. Winter Olympian. Everyone is invited to share their Only One story with our listeners. This podcast is for anyone who has ever felt alone in a room full of people, which is to say that this podcast is for everyone. Download Only One in the Room wherever you listen to podcasts today.